So we have to talk about the recent interview that Erika Jayne from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills did, saying that she wishes that Garcelle and Sutton would show their real lives. It's the morning. Obviously, I'm doing skincare.
Who would you want to hear more from?
I'd like for Sutton and Garcelle to reveal their lives.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Are there things that you are privy to that the audience isn't privy to?
Not necessarily,
Okay.
but I just feel as if, nothing is as it appears.
Do you buy into the conversation that happens online that they kind of do fan service and almost perform what they think the viewer wants versus just living authentically on the show?
At times.
Well, a couple of things. A lot of people are also saying that Sutton and Garcelle don't have a storyline. One thing that I've always said is that you don't need a storyline if you're an interesting person. These two have proven to be very interesting and necessary people on this franchise. Let's talk about Erika Jayne being so forthright about her life. Homegirl, you would have never been forthright with your life if it wasn't for his illegal issues and now conviction. And it wouldn't have been an interesting storyline if it wasn't for Garcelle and Sutton holding you accountable on those seasons. You would have just breezed through those seasons not talking about it, very much like what we've gotten from Dorit countless season after season. And last night's episode alone showed why Sutton is so important in these moments. She's been through some things. She's holding Kyle accountable, even though I don't believe a word that comes out of Kyle's mouth. But the advice that she was giving Kyle, this is why Sutton is so necessary on the show. Last week's episode, we had Garcelle holding Kyle accountable in a moment where we're all screaming at the television. Now, all of a sudden, you don't want to talk about Morgan? Now, when fans say, oh, this person doesn't have a storyline, no, you want them to be falling apart. Not everyone's lives are falling apart. They too have been through some things. Garcelle alone, we've seen, has been through some things. You remember how her husband cheated on her? So when people say that the person doesn't have a storyline, it's no, you want them to have some drama. But let me remind you, Erika Jayne's drama would not have been a big storyline of the season if these two did not bring it up or hold her accountable. She wanted to breeze through it as if we didn't know what was really going on online. However, I will say this, Garcelle, I didn't love the fact that you were phoning it in this last episode. And I get it, you're booked and you're busy, but now you're becoming like Candy. Too booked and too busy for this show, which is fine. It's perfect. But we got to figure out what is our exit plan.